This is Christoph Yalik.
This is Just Janet.
And this is K. Colley.
And this is
the Just Nuggets Podcast.
Welcome back. Happy summer. How's everyone doing?
Good. Good to see you, K.
I know
Christoph.
They probably thought we were gonna be off the mic until October, but we're back.
No, this is Just Nuggets.
Just Nuggets is back, summer edition.
The Nuggets play, we play. We get on the man. So.
It's K. Colley here. We got Just Janet, and we have Christoph Yalik.
Yes, sir. So, what do you guys make of the summer? I imagine y'all had,
Well, this is a championship summer, so we're still watching clips, laughing, talking, enjoying it.
First one we've ever had.
Yeah, championship summer hit different.
They really do. Maybe when you watch the draft, that's what I noticed. I was like, who y'all could have come try? Who get draft to come get us? You know what I mean? Because the Nuggets are the bar standard in the league.
Sure.
Heading into this next season.
In many ways, with the way we have a team concept and defend and all that. And so you got to draft thinking that you got to go against that.
And you even heard it on the draft, not the praise Adam Silver gave or heaped upon him, but also just what they were saying is, look how the Nuggets just won. Even Milwaukee, they do it through the draft. They drafted these players. I know Milwaukee didn't draft Middleton, but they got the big piece.
Yeah.
But the Nuggets drafed everybody except and then you add KCP, you add AG, you get Bruce Brown.
Yeah.
And then you continue to draft well, and then you get a Jeff Green. But the core of their team was drafted, and they mentioned that a lot on draft night, and I just, standard of excellence.
So what do y'all think about draft?
For last season.
Before I go into draft, I also think the other cool thing about being in this championship summer is the fact that you walk around the city and you see a lot of people wearing Nuggets gear.
Sure.
Probably more than I've ever seen.
Supermarkets.
Yeah, I only have
corner
a day without
everywhere.
seeing somebody wearing Nuggets gear.
Absolutely.
Since they won a champ. Well, since they were in the NBA Finals, probably.
Yeah, it's the Nuggets took over, and that's always I hope they continue to do it. Yo can't even make it around without somebody chanting MVP at him.
Yeah, that was really cool. That. He was in, I don't know if it was in Somborg, so I don't want to say that, but he was out on the river and he was rafting. He was like whitewater rafting or whatever, and a group of people saw that he was on a boat and were just saying MVP. So a lot of love. And then Jamal was with UFC last night. He was with the champ. I think it was UFC 91. So Jamal was out there. Aaron Gordon was with him.
Pointing at his ring finger.
And last night would have been June 8th because this is our June 9th.
Yeah. June 9th. And then Michael Porter was with Taylor Rooks. So, we've had Nuggets is getting a lot of love.
Like you said, it's a championship summer. And one of obviously, the Summer League is happening. So, I want to take it to that game, at least the first game. I think I seen all I needed to see, honestly. Yeah. Hunter Tyson can shoot.
I was saying if you want to say we got drafted.
Yeah,
for people that never got drafted. So for the Nuggets, they drafted. I don't know the draft picks. I know the order, but I don't know who we picked at what pick. Julian Strawther, he was at Gonzaga. We picked him first, followed by Jaden Pickett, who's a point guard, almost like an Andre Miller, if you're familiar with point guard, big point guards, back to the rim type of basketball player. Julian's more of a shooter, a little bit like a mid-range. He has a nice little floater as well. And then the last pick, I'm glad we didn't do this podcast the day of the draft, because if we picked Hunter Tyson, I was gonna be like, he can shoot. That's what I've been like. That he can shoot. But this man has he has an all-around game.
Yeah.
And he not only does he have that, he has dog in him. You can see he has moxie when he has on the court, or as what they say on TikTok, he got Riz. You can tell he has a lot of style to his game when he's on the court. So I'm really a fan of him. He's from Clemson. I knew Chris was about to go on there, so I don't take your thunder, but.
No, I agree. All I was going to say was the block shot he had, the chase down block right before halftime. He showed a lot. And my thing is, in the second half, they played like doggy duty.
Yeah, they played terrible.
But also at the same time is we're the Just Nuggets podcast. Sure. We think about the regular season and making playoff runs. But I saw how his game, if he's moving around, plays good defense, and knocks down those jumpers, when he has to go off the ball and has to create a shot and get his teammates involved in that, he's not going to do that in the team. So since they lost with having him and Gillespie really
Yeah.
have to do that role. In regular season, they're not going to have to do that role.
No.
I just need to see that you guys are capable basketball players in your game and how you can fit into the overall rotation. And I loved how he mixed in. Peyton Watson, he has to have a big season because we'll get into it in a second. But like who they've gone out and gotten and who they've lost in those key roles. Yeah. Peyton Watson has a big shoes to fill.
Big.
Well, we lost Bruce Brown, as everybody knows, and Jeff Green.
Got paid, though.
Oh, he got paid.
Got that bag.
We love you, Bruce, but if you hadn't taken that money, we'd have thought something crazy.
Yo, go get 100 cowboy hats.
For those that don't know, I think Bruce Brown got $45 million over the next 2 years to go to Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
Looking at basically like 22.5 million.
Had to take it. Had to.
Yeah, because Denver was going to give him maybe like 7 to 8. So he had to go make that money. But here's another thing I liked about the Summer League team. So the 3 guys we talked about. Julian, he had 15 points. And he actually hit a couple threes, and he was effective for, like I said, with the floater. Peyton Watson led all scorers with 23 points. Mind you, he was a negative 13 plus minus. So, like, a lot of stuff that he was doing, he was, he was getting his buckets. But as far as, like, how the team meshed when he was on there, he had the highest, him and Hunter Tyson had the highest plus minuses. But one thing I thought was interesting, because Colin Gillespie and Jalen Pickett, they had them playing on the same court at the same time. And if we're just talking about breaking down games, I don't like when they're on the court at the same time. I think they should. I think Colin Gillespie needs to be either bringing up the ball or Jalen Pickett. One of them just has to be on the bench and just call what it is. Like, and the reason I say that is because if you're looking at these plus minuses, Colin Gillespie was the only person basically on the whole team outside of the guy at the bottom, Armin Franklin, who had a plus minus that was even.
Can I say something really fast?
Well, Ishmael Comgate too.
This dude Funk. What's my man's name? Number 11 on the team. He can please stop playing for the Nuggets today.
Well, we're gonna have.
Well, that's how I was like. I don't think that's how you do summer league.
I think no. What I'm saying is this: you can either cut him or trade him.
Well, sometimes like we always say, summer league are you interviewing or being tested or reviewed for other teams. So there may be some other teams who really need.
Absolutely, like the next Nugget grade could be on someone else's summer league team.
I think realistically, when you look at the summer league team, we're looking at maybe 7 guys. You're looking at Julian, Peyton Watson. Obviously, Peyton Watson's gonna make the team, but just to see how he plays as like the main guy on the team. Ishmael, I said his name wrong. Ishmael, how you say it?
Kamagate.
Mm-hmm. He's a guy from France who probably won't play with us this year, but he's pretty good. Like
he's a little raw.
Well, not only that, he just got off a plane, so I would actually the Nuggets played tonight on July 9th. So
he just got off a plane is kind of like just Janet's. Oh, Nikola Jokic's wrist. Remember when his wrist was hurt?
His wrist was hurt.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was hurt.
Bro, you can't. Okay, we'll get into it a little later.
He just got off a plane. Oh my goodness.
But I'm saying that French game's different than how.
Yeah, there you are. Now you're getting into like the actual meat of his game. But what I'm saying is
also he didn't have any time to practice with his team.
Didn't.
That's what I'm talking
about. Yeah. It'll be better. Let's see tonight.
But anyways,
we'll see.
I have absolute faith in him.
Jalen Pickett's another guy we're looking at. You're looking at Colin Gillespie, you're looking at Hunter Tyson, and then you're maybe looking at Grant Golden. Those are like the only people that are.
Yeah, Grant Golden's cool. Number 35.
Mm-hmm.
Dude with the hair.
What y'all think about him?
He's like a poor man's poor man.
Too many pours.
Nikola Jokic.
Oh!
No. You know who's
I said poor man? Because he's a big guy that just passes.
No, I would say he's kind of like he's like poor man's Mark Gasol.
Oh,
that's I can see at his peak Gasol-ish.
No, the reason I say Jokic is because you can clearly see that the G League looked at the Nuggets and seen how they played with the center and was like, "Well, Grant Golden can kind of do that."
Yeah.
But I like his game. I like his game.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's
like. I'm curious to see how it look in game 2. But they were talking about how the season he had in Grand Rapids and with the G League Nuggets affiliate. Last season, he had a good stretch, and last night, or Friday, his game wasn't terrible by any means. Friday afternoon,
him and Peyton Watson play with each other in the Raptors.
Oh, I heard that.
They actually, and I seen the clip from last year. They had chemistry on the court too. Yeah. So I'd love to see that a little bit in the summer league too. Maybe that'll help Grant Golden break the lineup. I don't think he's gonna break the lineup, but
Yeah,
That's who.
So let me ask you this: do y'all see anybody that we have right now who could step in for Bruce? That
it's
goes
gonna have to be.
between
It's got to be a
Peyton.
combo
Peyton
of people.
Watson.
Peyton's got to be a mix between Peyton being Peyton can play defense too. Like
Yeah, Peyton.
if Peyton takes a whole year, he's not gonna be better than Bruce. But like in a year or two, he actually can start competing with him because Peyton has a crazy game. He is crazy.
I think Julian is there too. Julian's gonna be a rookie. He's gonna come in, show flashes.
He's gonna be a true rookie.
So
He's
by
gonna be a true rookie.
committee, we gotta
But
feel
I'm
that.
gonna say my thing is I want him to get enough experience where it's like he can make the MPJ Jamal Murray turn, not the Marcus Howard turn.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like you see the flashes and he could be a good player, but it's like he doesn't play enough, and then why is he not playing enough? And then when he's in, he's not effective, and it's at the end of the game, and you can't get enough of
I would love to see another one that could replace it, and I have to see it consistent throughout Summer League so I can start to believe it more. But if Hunter Tyson actually is who he is on this Summer League team, and he can bring some of that to the NBA or to the Nuggets, he's not a bad. He's not a black.
Because he comes up
because he plays defense, which is surprising.
Yeah, he plays
I didn't
defense.
think he played defense.
He could be like a Kevin Herter type guy.
Yeah, he could be someone like that's
who Kevin Herter. For his respect, that dude can hoop, and everywhere he's gone. When he was on Atlanta, went to the Eastern Conference Finals, and now he's with Sacramento. They're doing well.
But we also lost Jeff Green, and he,
There's
for
a lot.
good or bad or whatever, he was a veteran presence on the court. He knew what to do. He got his great shots, and he made some impact.
He was a steady hand,
and to be fair,
for multiple years too.
We talked about it a lot during the playoff run. Is how big is our playoff roster going to be? We had 8 people,
and we stayed there. Yeah, basically.
And now we've lost 2 of those 8 people.
Yeah.
So now somebody has to jump
and it's a tough break too. No, but
That-
let me back up.
unit.
If you lost any of those 8, it would have been a tough break. But that was like that opened the league up a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah, it did.
But we all kind of knew that was going to happen. We all kind of knew.
Well, we knew we were going to lose Bruce.
But I knew Jeff. I thought Jeff was going to retire.
I thought too.
So I kind of knew.
I thought we were going to lose him.
So I kind of knew.
Yeah.
So either way, I kind of knew that was going to happen. And that's why I'm happy it happened for so many reasons, but that's one of them. And I'm happy Brucey Brown went to the Eastern Conference,
and to the
not a
Indianapolis.
team like the Lakers or someone in the West that you got to see all the time.
Yeah, or even the East that are competitive. No, to Boston or something.
Yeah, something that could flip the league on the Nuggets, which he very well could have done, and rightfully so. But just get the bag in the process.
Yeah.
My thing is he went to a team that's on the climb. Yeah. Another ABA team, which is tight because he played for the Nets, the Nuggets. Now he's got the Pacers under his belt. When he signs with
ABA Brown,
huh?
ABA Brown.
I'm saying ABA Brown. He coming.
Yeah.
But I appreciated that. I appreciated that he's coming.
Wembanyama here in a second.
Yeah, might.
We gonna get there.
That might be the next. That's the next iteration.
Yeah. No, I think the reason we're talking about this is because we haven't mentioned his name, but Calvin Booth. What does he have in mind? Is he done yet? Is he going to wait till the All-Star break to fill those holes like that with veteran or people he's seen play for the prior to that in the league that he can snatch or
the obvious thing is the Nuggets opponent in the Western Conference Final going into last season. Not even great. Near Christmas, not even great. Then Rob Pelinka started pulling some strings, and all of a sudden he built a formidable team that could get to the top 2 in the West.
Sure.
And applaud that front organization for doing that, and making those trades. So that's what I'm saying. It can happen. And I think we had this conversation offline. It was, Calvin Booth, you need to go out and get somebody. Justin Holiday's cool, but you lost Brucey Brown and you lost key pieces and you brought back him. I don't know, even a Dylan Brooks bring back would have been a lot, but they don't have the money and yada yada. But he can still do things.
No, we still can.
He can still do things.
And you'll see the holes or what we need more.
Yeah.
So
I'm in the middle right now on the Pickett pick. I want to see that one play out.
Game.
When the moment it happened, I've been a little iffy. But I just want to see it play out.
Pickett's not the issue because it's either going to be... Well, Reggie Jackson, we didn't talk about that. He gets re-signed. So he's going to have to be the backup point guard of this team. So Pickett doesn't have to come in.
Which is cool. Reggie can play.
Yeah, I think so too.
Pickett's not coming in demanding to be the second point guard. So he'll have time to develop, even if he has to go down
I
to
think
the
it was more like
G
a
League.
Splash, you know.
I'm saying
I think that could have been like your splash.
I think the fear, not fear in the voice, but what you're hearing from us is that the league has gotten better. Even though we'll talk about it maybe in the Nuggets section. The league has gotten better, and the Nuggets are, because of the money and the structure, we didn't have a chance to really develop our bench. Yeah. So now we're relying on these rookies, and that's why we're so hype about something.
I'll play the devil's advocate, or the God's advocate for the Nuggets fan in the room. But also, the Nuggets just went 16-4 against the league. So if the league if the league gets better, like, do they get 16-11 better? You know, I mean, you know what I mean?
Like, gotta do the math,
no. Yeah, just more L's on the Nuggets' head, stuff like that.
Well, I say that. And also another, silver lining is that we have all 5 of our best players. Like, none of the 5 is gone. So now none of the 6 are gone technically, because you got Christian Brown.
Yeah.
And I think Peyton Watson will be good, and we'll see how Justin Holiday is. Like, I want to be like Shaq come December.
But you're right. You did mention Reggie. Reggie could go back to Reggie form, because Reggie used to kill the Nuggets.
That's true. Reggie.
So if he gets to Reggie form, he could be Bruce Brown.
Is Ish gone too? Because we brought back DJ.
I think he's gone. Like, he's not even really on our team at the moment. He might just be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ish might retire and then just be like an assistant coach.
We haven't heard anything.
That'd be cool though.
But DJ's back, because DJ's back up to Joker, and he did what he needed to do in playoffs. If you could just keep him being, healthy, what he did in that playoffs was helpful. I mean, because Joker really didn't rest more than 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, really.
Yeah.
So, you only need him to be out there just enough. And when else we used him, when we had a center that was, doing some damage when Joker was in foul trouble, and we had to put him in. So
first series, last series.
I want to see how Justin Holiday plays with the Nuggets.
And then we can talk about that. So the Nuggets,
we haven't seen him play with us. We know of him other places, but we haven't seen. So I think
I'm not even lying. I know of his last name.
The jury's out.
No, I was gonna say, just for context, the Nuggets free agent, we didn't necessarily pick up. Only new person that we added to the team is this man named Justin Holiday.
Right.
Justin Holiday is Drew Holiday's brother who plays in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday is one of the best defenders in the game. Justin Holiday, he played for Atlanta Hawks. I think the last team he's played on, or did he play somewhere else? And I think he also played with, before I say that, I don't know why I keep wanting to say he played for the Knicks at one point, but I know for a fact he played he played with the Hawks. But he's a part of that Holiday brother tree.
Yeah, we're hoping that pedigree is coming
he's
to
been in
Denver.
the league for a while. Just, he's good, not great. Not a bad player,
but you know what? Nuggets, okay, maybe I'm wrong, but Nuggets will make you bring your best game. Exactly. Because they that's what they're doing, so you want to get better to be better for your team. So you got to bring your A game or B+ or something. So, that's why I said, when Reggie gets out there, maybe we'll see that Reggie again, and when Holiday gets out there, maybe we'll see the best of him. So I don't think we could say at the moment.
Well, I just don't think Justin Holiday moves the needle.
It doesn't.
Oh no,
but
I'm not saying
he's just a roster spot. Now
exactly.
He can prove you wrong. It's kind of like this. Like, Ish was a good pickup, but he didn't move the needle. And Justin Holiday could definitely be like he doesn't move the needle.
But we do have 82 games to play, and
potentially 83.
Potential. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. We can talk about that at
my thing is this, like, it was really, I didn't really care about the Justin Holiday that much, and I already know what you're gonna say, Jays, but like when I saw Malik Beasley sign for like 1 year, $2.5 million, I was like, $2.5 million? The Nuggets could have paid him $2.5 million, and it's like, for Justin Holiday, like he's the oldest Holiday. I thought he was the younger Holiday, but no. My thing is, you could have flipped that. You could have had Beasley. I'd rather have Beasley there in that role.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if Hunter Tyson keeps moving forward, he's gonna take. I don't think Justin Holiday's gonna play. If Hunter Tyson keeps hooping the way he did that first game, then you got Julian hooping too. Like, you much rather develop those guys for a year than give Justin Holiday crazy playing time.
Sure.
Me personally.
Yeah. Well.
Also, another person they could have got was Torrey Craig. You know what I mean? So there was just moves that I just don't know if that Justin Holiday one moved the needle. It's like it was a non-move, and a non-move would have been good, but like I feel like that was like a non-move bad move.
Yeah.
I will say,
you know what I mean?
I know we're coming at Justin Holiday, but he's a solid defender. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
So if he can come in and play defense and
These are also the Nuggets that at dire stretches throughout the season last year, we just couldn't make a basket.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So getting in a great defender, the one thing I will forever love about Jeff Green is he would hit that corner jumper.
Yeah, he would hit it.
I don't know the specific statistic on it, but it felt like 30%, 30 to 39%
that was that
of the
veteran
time.
guy. He knew when he needed to pick us up with a timely.
But so was Justin
three-pointer.
Holiday, and he won a championship. So it's like,
yeah, okay.
Who did Holiday win a championship
with the 2015 Warriors.
Warriors, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we
and so his career average is 8.4 points.
I almost think that's why Calvin Booth brought him in to be the Jeff Green. But we'll see.
But Jeff Green was Jeff Green. Jeff Green was a
I
top.
know.
Come on, that
Yeah,
you
Jeff
know
Green
that was when Jeff Green was at
always been
Georgetown
good.
when I rocked with Georgetown the
Yeah.
heaviest when they had Hibbert, him and Hibbert were Roy Hibbert. Oh my God!
Yeah.
And then also when they got Hakeem to beat, that was still like that's when I was coming up and I was like I like Georgetown.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Watched one Georgetown documentary about them in the 80s and that was the current
was it.
team and I was like yo I like Georgetown. It was very simple.
We'll see.
Last thing. What would you grade? Maybe those four. In game one, I think that would be the best way for us to kind of talk about.
Are you talking
Grade
about
the
grading
draft
the
picks?
draft picks?
Yeah. If you had to give,
Not the
if you
free
had to give a
agents,
grade,
the draft
yeah.
picks?
If you go back to the draft in that game one against the Milwaukee Bucks in the summer league.
I think Tyson made it be higher than it would have
Yeah, I
normally
give
been.
him.
No, you want to give
by
each of
player.
them a grade?
Like Tyson, obviously for me.
No, we do it
He
as a
played.
group. Let's do it as a
I
group.
give
We
him
haven't seen
an
enough.
No. In game one,
game
we
one.
watched the game. We
Yeah.
watched. They got all significant playing time. Peyton Watson had 30 minutes.
Not Peyton.
Yeah, he did. He had 30 minutes.
No, he's not a draft pick though.
But
Right
we're not
now.
giving-
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Peyton's good.
Pickett had 33 minutes. Julian had 26 minutes, and Tyson had 27 minutes. So yeah, it was great there.
Okay,
game
Tyson's
one.
A.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say
He's an A. It was
it's
a
an
surprise.
A.
It was
It's an
either
A.
surprise.
It's an A.
It's
It's an A.
an A.
It's an A.
I was gonna say A plus, but then I looked at it as plus minus.
It's an A.
No,
That's what I
no,
said.
but it was when they asked him to get outside of his game for that game.
Yeah.
But when he showed what he could just do in the flow of the game,
Yes.
that's where the
He
A.
slashes too.
I know.
Yeah,
I
and he played good enough defense, like
Yeah,
you
I
said. Then
think
he
he's
has
gonna
the
be-
I
attitude.
mean, he reminded me, he reminded me of the surprise, nothing else. The
Yeah,
surprise
he was a
we had
surprise.
when we realized that CB was going to be a
No,
player.
no.
I think he.
There was no surprise. See, if you watch the national championship
Oh,
game,
yeah,
CB
right. Yeah,
was
that's
in
true.
the mix.
No, but here's the consistent thing.
And-
about
and when he
Calvin
got him,
Booth,
it
about
he
Calvin
was
Booth, he's a winner. He's
Yeah.
a win. Both of them
he
are winners.
values that. He values that
and
trait,
he was
that
wasn't
character
he 5
trait.
years in college, so he has longevity. He has the winners.
He
all this
never
stuff.
won.
But I thought he won like
No.
something.
Who?
Maybe high school.
Yeah, so I thought
Who,
I heard
Tyson?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's just a bona fide hooper.
No,
he,
you
he
know,
plays with a chip on his shoulder.
You know
for
what
sure.
I was gonna say? I hope that Jamal Murray takes him under his wing.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
becomes like a Jamal guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because my God, if he stays with Jamal and Jamal fine tunes his mental.
Yeah, he's in that class.
'Cause he's
where
got that-
he
he's
has
got that
he has
vibration.
That kind of personality, and I don't want to drop this man's name on the podcast all the time, but even Bones, like, you remember when they came in with that, like,
Yeah.
chip on his shoulder, something to prove? When I saw Hunter Tyson, I was like, oh, he's got that.
Yeah.
That. And so,
We in championship
I give-
summer. I'll say
I
this
give
about
him an
Bones.
A. What about Jalen Pickett?
No, I was gonna say
Yeah.
this. Jess Janet tried to cut me off on saying this. I miss Bones.
Oh, we miss
know,
Bones.
because I was like,
We
dang,
like
I
him.
wish Bones was on this. I wish he was in this championship summer with us. He's gonna get a ring, but I wish he was actually on the team.
Hopefully his
because
whole experience.
if going in. Because
I
going
ain't
into
gonna say I
that
miss
next,
Bones.
because
I
going
ain't
into
gonna
the
say I
next
miss Bones.
season, say they won, he was on the team.
Yeah.
We'd have no qualms about
That's
signing
true.
Justin Holiday because
Yeah.
you're like, bro, you guys can't even stop Bones, and if
Yeah.
Bones goes off, it's over.
Yeah.
But I like Hunter Thompson. I give him an A. I give Julian, I give him a B. And I'll get into the reason why I give him a B is because down the stretch they said it on the commentary, but they're like, what he does, he hits sustaining jumpers.
Yeah.
And that is something like that's a very.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be in clutch situations down the stretch unless we'll see. But like that
In the
little
game, in
that
82
little
games, you'll see him.
nuanced thing about the game that you could bring to it, and I
Yeah.
saw when it was getting close versus Milwaukee, which is good because Milwaukee is a great team,
Sure.
and they have a championship culture there that's brewing, and that was a close game. You wasn't going close with, like
Yeah.
Charlotte or some team that's Milwaukee has a championship culture.
Yeah.
And they're climbing and when he hit that 3 to like keep it like within 3 or with 6, that was like, okay, I was like, he has a gamer in him. And obviously he comes from a winning culture as well. And then Pickett plays well. He plays better than
He needs to play within himself. He needs to play within himself.
You said it best. I said his highlights look better than the game.
Yeah, the highlights. When you go back and look at the highlights, he's like, oh, I didn't realize that. He has a great floater. He can back you down. But he thinks he has that mentality from college that you need to be the man. Okay,
I'll give him a
and
C.
on our team,
C plus. Because I want to give him a B minus, but he's a C plus.
I give a B minus.
No, but I'm gonna give him a C plus.
If he fixes
because I just don't think his game flows into the Nuggets.
Because he's trying to do it all himself. He doesn't. He's got to learn how to be a team guy. Because
but then what's his next iteration?
But here's when he was winning. When he learns. Here's when he was winning.
Because I'd seen in the offense that works.
When he brought the ball up and he looked over the floor, he saw an open guy. It was Tyson. He gave him the ball and Tyson hits the shot. You got to remember you're the point guard. You're not the shooting guard or the guy we need to save us. We just need you to play within your game. Mm-hmm. I think he's more than capable.
Yeah.
So I give him a B minus.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does tonight.
And then last but not least, Colin Gillespie, because he's kind of in that. He's in that.
Him and Payton are kind of the same.
Nah, because I think Payton's much different.
I do too. I think Colin's
so too. Actually an approve it or you might not get off.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm asking.
Payton is on the team.
Guys. I'm talking about the prove it guys. I think Colin. I would love to see Colin play without Jalen Pickett, like I said earlier.
I don't know. I think Colin may not make the team.
That's what we're saying.
That's what we're saying.
He's
a cuff guy.
Yeah, that's what we're
saying.
But
I would also rather
when you said him in the same breath as Peyton Watson's on the team.
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, I think they should not play him anymore in the summer league.
Because if he gets
hurt, I'm mad. Because they should not play him anymore. We know what Peyton brought. We saw him in games with real deal NBA players at the end of the season when they were trying to get to.
Yeah, they might play one more game and be done.
Yeah, be done.
See, that's usually what they do with those second year guys. They get 2 games.
Like Benedict Mathurin and
Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray
didn't even go to Vegas on the team.
Yeah.
What's Nimhard is the other guy I was thinking about.
Yeah, they don't really play.
You guys don't have to play.
Jamari Smith will probably
Jamar. Yeah, he was out there. So when you said those two in the same sentence, I think Colin has a lot. They call him CG. Why don't you start giving him a nickname? They used to say KCG. So they want him to be good.
He's a real facilitator. When you see him play, he has that. Game, he really does facilitate. If you want a point guard that gets people involved in the game, he's great for that.
If CG,
he's not going to be in the way.
CG, if you hear us right now, it's before your game. Show out today. Then you'll solidify. You'll move up.
Yeah, I mean, it's really between him and him and Jaden Pickett.
My thing is really, dude, Gillespie went 1 of 7. You go 4 or 7.
Position. Like that last point guard position between him and Jalen.
The third one, because I think Reggie has the second.
Yeah, Reggie's gonna be there, and then it's between those dudes.
Yeah.
So whoever doesn't make it's getting cut. I mean, not cut, but one's going to the G League. Which they might do. Like they might put Colin on the Nuggets since he's already been on the championship culture. Jalen is gonna maybe be a 2-way guy, and it is what it is. But,
it'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into not Nuggets.
Not Nuggets.
We talked about the summer league.
I think we talk about it this way. Maybe you could shut me down, but I'll say, who got better that was in the playoffs? I don't care about all the teams getting whatever. Just prove it. The ones that was in the playoffs with us that either was in the Western Conference side or Eastern Conference playoffs. And who got better the most, or who got better?
I'll say a team that I think is good, because of this man's leadership. They've gotten better as the Lakers, and the reason I say the Lakers got better is because they added Gabe Vincent from the Miami Heat, who was hooping out.
Sure. We saw him.
They got Austin Reeves back. They got D'Lo back.
Had to get Austin.
They got Jackson Hayes, who's a pretty much above the rim center guy. And they got one other person that was surprising that they got him. So I think they shored up that LeBron and them who they had, and then added some pieces that helped them, stay relevant.
Yeah, they signed Rui.
Cam
Reddish back, and they got Cam Reddish.
They got
Torian Prince.
And
they got Torian Prince. So that's what I'm saying. They got those guys that shores that bench again. Okay. And they already Western Conference Finals.
The thing is,
I think they got better. I'm not saying they got better than the Nuggets. They just got better.
They didn't get a sweep. They might get a game in a sweep. No, I'm kidding.
The thing I do appreciate the Nuggets.
Yeah, they got one game.
They got one game.
The Lakers do this a lot. They have a championship culture, and they do stuff like this off season. It's like when they're right there, they just kind of do what they kept doing
Yeah.
and just kind of get more pieces because Torian Prince, of course, he wants to go live in LA and be on the Lakers. You know,
I feel like the Lakers.
It's not a tough sell.
I feel like the
so you
Lakers
go
did what
get.
we did last year. My fault. Go ahead and finish.
So I was gonna say, so you go out there and get those types of guys that you kind of already need to fulfill that bench.
Sure.
And then you put them around, I don't know, LeBron James.
And AD.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's on the team.
Yeah, he's on the team and he's excellent. It's just, you know, when he's on the team.
Nah, the reason I said the Lakers, I think, did what we did last year was like we had a core group of guys that needed to play, and then you just added core guys like Bruce Brown and KCP to a team that's already really good. So I mean, I think the Lakers did well.
Yeah.
The Suns are interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know if I love those three on the same team because they just all are ball dominant guys with no point guard, but
and no defense.
they added Bradley Beal to their team, so you don't get worse by adding Bradley Beal. You just get
if you a two-way player that's great, that would have made me feel that I said, oh, now they got some defense and we know KD and they're more out. I want offense.
The only thing I would say about this is that the Suns will have a full year to get better. And I think the better thing that they did was they added a defensive-minded coach. So if they buy into defense, then maybe they'll be better.
And what about Memphis? They ain't going to have Ja for a while.
They're not going to have Ja, but they got Smart, which is probably really sustainable for 30 games. They got Marcus Smart.
I like that. I mean, that's defense. Because the other guy went to somewhere else. I'll tell you
who's the other guy.
They paid Desmond.
You're talking about Brooks.
Yes.
Yeah, Brooks went to Houston.
Yeah.
I would choose
They
Houston.
That's their defense.
I would choose Houston as mine, but you said a playoff team that has improved. I like Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee got better.
How? Yeah.
I mean, because they kept Middleton and they kept Brooks. So that keeps them at the number one seed in the East.
But that doesn't make them better.
No, that keeps you there. And then what do? You resign Crowder. I think that was a good move. You also get Malik Beasley. And that's it. I think
Here's why they're gonna get better from last year. Wait. No. Here's why they're gonna get better because Giannis hopefully will not be hurt, and they'll have him because they didn't have him really this time. That's the better.
I don't think they got any better. To be honest, there's Milwaukee. And
it's Milwaukee.
You know, it's kind of like this, bro. It's like when you have a quarterback, you have a chance of winning the Super Bowl.
You do.
It's the same thing. Like,
if
you have a Giannis or a
Jokic.
Yeah,
exactly. LeBron or Curry, you have a chance to win a championship.
You just have a chance because you have one of the best players on the planet.
Yeah.
But I was Florida.
My thing is,
said Joel Embiid. I was like, nah.
But you asked who got better. Who got better that wasn't like in the playoffs? That's a better question because I think the Rockets got excellent.
Yeah.
I do think the Rockets jumped themselves into. I think they're probably gonna be a play-in or into that like 6-5 role. Maybe even compete for the even compete for their division.
There's no bad teams in the West. I don't think they're going to get to the 7th.
They got Dylan Brooks, Jeff Green, Aaron Holiday, which is the brother of our team, our new guy.
The young guy.
Youngest. He's young?
He's the youngest one. We got the oldest one.
Yeah, okay. Jock Landale.
Remember the dude, the backup from the Suns?
Patty Mills, as usual.
Excellent.
And Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
They paid a ton
And they
of
had
money.
a good draft. They got Amon Thompson, who got injured, but he's top 5
Before
pick.
you say they made it to the top 5, let's just hear these teams and tell me if the Houston, to your knowledge, tell me if Houston's better than these guys. Denver Nuggets.
No.
Memphis Grizzlies.
With Ja, no.
Okay.
We'll
Kings.
see.
No.
Phoenix Suns.
No.
Clippers. No.
Well.
Now with Kawhi. Let Kawhi say he's gonna play most of the games this year.
We shall see.
Sound good.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We shall see.
Regardless, they're not better than Kawhi and Paul.
No, they're not. I mean, not on paper. Nope.
They're not better than the Warriors, who just got Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And they're not better than the Lakers. And they're not even necessarily better than the Timberwolves.
It's tough out here in these streets.
So they did not jump to the 5th seed in the West, bro.
Tough.
I'm saying by their division because I think they can win the division.
Yep, let's go.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
When I say that, I think they can win the division.
You think they're gonna be better than the Mavericks?
No, it's the other team you just missed, wide open. The Thunder and Rockets.
Thunder are our division, aren't they?
They are. You're 100% right.
So
it's them versus
Dallas. And Dallas is going to be probably much better than they were this year because they have a whole year.
But so will the Rockets because they also got Jeff Green.
And Grant Williams is defender.
Yeah.
On the Mavericks.
On the Mavericks.
So no, they're not. The Rockets aren't even going to be better than the Mavericks, bro. I like
gonna be tough.
It's one of those things where they made a lot of good moves and they're moving towards being good, but they are not a 5th seed.
Okay,
Play-in's fair.
It's gonna be interesting.
Bro.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting between them and Dallas for that division.
Yeah, to fight. So
Memphis with Marcus Smart's gonna have something to say about it.
You want to talk about the 7'7".
Let's talk about
7'3".
7'3". Oh, he was 7'5".
With shoes on.
With shoes on. 7'5".
And he's 7'3".
You're talking about the Frenchman.
So San Antonio does now start to get mentioned.
Yeah,
a lot.
So if you were living underneath a rock, Victor Wembanyama got drafted by the Spurs. He gets to go play with Popovich.
Yes.
Not only did he get picked by the Spurs, but he played in a summer league game.
He did. Same night we played.
And he sold out a summer league game.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was there.
On the front row.
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was there. A lot of people were there. Just to see if the man, the myth, the legend was who he was.
The hype machine was right.
Because they hyped
the number one overall pick.
And if you watched the game, you'd have said, wow, that dude looks like a unicorn. Special guy. Now, if you listen to Doris Burke, you thought he was the next coming
of you know who.
Jesus,
somebody.
He's somewhere in between.
He is.
Who we believe he can be and where he's at now. Where he's at right now, he didn't have a great game. He didn't have a great game, but his potential is there. His potential is 1,000%.
Here's the thing. Maybe it was nerves.
Yeah, it was nerves.
Okay, and what I saw, I never hyped him. I just heard the hype, but I was like, I'm just going to wait and see what he brings. I mean, I hear he's the number one, so he got all these accolades, and I just want to see if he's going to hold up to any of them or all of them. And I'm still waiting. So, I shall see. I never succumbed to the hype. I saw what I saw. I was like, huh, okay.
All I will say to everybody who gets on Threads or Twitter or whatever and just like pontificates and casts this big like the world's falling energy, I implore them to remember Kevin Durant's first Summer League game, or Nikola Jokic's, or Carmelo Anthony's, or LeBron James's, or Zion Williamson's, or Ja Morant's. No one remembers their first playoff game. Like, their Summer League game.
They don't.
Like, oh, how many points did... Oh, you remember that time that Joel Embiid only had 37? No one remembers that stuff.
Sure.
And then the people who they do probably didn't even play that well didn't have that big of a career. Okay. So, whatever. Like, you saw on the court that this dude is big.
Yeah.
He had 5 block shots. That's going to not change anything. It's only going to get better. He's got to get into the flow of the game. And... you got to remember, all the hyperbole you guys just heaped upon him to just say his name, everyone's doing that. Well, so he's got to get used to it. I know he's probably used to that, but now it's on the NBA scale. Yeah. So once he, for lack of a better phrase, grows into his body on this, he's going to be a good player. And he went 2 of 13. He's going to find his game a little bit. And he's got the best coach of all time as his coach for the next, not of all time, but one of the top 3 coaches of all time. Literally as his coach for his first 5 years in his league.
No, I'm saying one thing I didn't like about the whole Wembanyama first game thing was that like Doris was really trying to act like this 7'3" dude. Like we don't have a Nikola Jokic in the league.
Yeah.
She's like, I've never seen someone so tall and so
and
good
those passes
pass like that.
He passes.
I was like, wait, are we just gonna forget what happened last month when
no,
Nikola
but
Jokic
also
won
the Nuggets fans will gripe about ESPN and ABC's coverage.
It made no sense.
Come on, Van Gundy he got fired to like you know what I mean. Like they always are talking bad or they're trying to do that, but that's the whole thing is they always just grandize this. They're trying to put him on the pedestal. They know LeBron's on the way out. Curry's a little bit old. Like, who's the next thing you turn on the next attraction? And it could be him.
Yeah.
Because I guess unlike maybe like Nikola Jokic and all that, he'll be more likely to be on commercials and talk to people. I don't know. Is that why they want him?
He is.
And he's sick. Like I think Victor Wembanyama is gonna have a great career. I know people who are trying to come at him on Twitter or whatever that he's not. He had a bad game. I think he's about to tip off, and he's about to tip off right now. He probably will have a much better game than that.
Okay, we'll see.
He had 5 blocks, which was really impressive.
No, I get it.
He was 2 of 13, and he was making some bad plays, but I think he is going to be
It would be more...
And 9 points.
Put it like this. We were more surprised by Tyson Because we didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Nobody hyped them. We got to see it with our own eyes. We made our own conclusions. When somebody tells you over and over and over again, and then they sell out this thing and all this, you expect a certain level.
Well, that's the difference
of
between
excellence.
the number 1 and number 37 pick.
Yeah, he's 37 pick, and he came from Clemson. Like Clemson's not always known for being a basketball team. So like Hunter Thompson coming in and hooping that way, it was just Tyson, my fault.
Yeah. But and I'm not comparing them. I'm not saying. I'm just saying about the hype of them. We feel some kind of way about the ones we did know that we got surprised by than the ones we expected it because you hyped them for the last.
And to that point, I'm a little upset because the two rookies I was looking forward to watch play, other than Wembanyama, was Scoot Henderson,
who got hurt,
and Amen Thompson. Both of them got injured.
Hurt, yeah.
So. I think the Spurs are playing the Blazers tonight.
Okay.
So yeah, that would have been interesting to watch them play at the same time. But like it's
Scoot,
I hope
he's playing well before he got hurt. He had like 13 points.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game. But that's the fun part of it all. Like this is where it all starts for everyone. But like to the people who are going crazy, just remember like this is the Summer League. Game 1, and it's fun to hype it, but like it really means nothing at the end of the day.
I guess I know it was going back into the Nuggets, but last thing you kind of want to talk about it. They said that Christian Wood hasn't even had only offers he's gotten has been minimum. He's got like the minimum value that he can get. So Christian Wood could be a really good pickup. And then you have.
But you picked up DJ, so you kind of.
No, I'm not saying we should get him, but I'm saying he's out there. Another player that would actually.
I could see him. Good. He could go to the Knicks. That'd be interesting.
And then Kelly Oubre.
He wants
expensive, but
he's expensive.
Clearly, no one's trying to pay him.
If he could get a Bruce Brown deal.
Yeah, if we can get Kelly Oubre
on a prove-it deal. No, I'm not saying with the Nuggets. That'd be a huge pickup for the Nuggets.
Yeah,
I'm saying for his mindset, his psyche, I think he has a ring. If I'm not mistaken, maybe he was gone off the Warriors team. I thought maybe he snuck one in there. But like, I don't think so either. But I think he left a year before. Came in like one of the down years between between the 3 and the last one. If he could just say like, let me do a 1 year $8 million deal with like a Boston or Philadelphia Nuggets, somewhere in that ilk, the Lakers even maybe.
Only thing I wouldn't like about Oubre is he'd come in and take Peyton Watson's like development, right? Because
he would.
So you might want to just keep Peyton Watson to develop because he could be better for all you know.
Yeah. Never know. That's the interesting part about the Nuggets. They're right in that little scene. Are we gonna talk about the play-in?
Yeah, I was gonna say like
or not the play-in, but the NBA Cup.
2 minutes remaining.
Let's go.
2 minutes
remaining, and now you can say let's talk about the.
Wasn't sure if that was not Nuggets.
Well, we're gonna end this episode this episode with talking about the play-in game because the Nuggets are gonna be playing in this new mid-season tournament.
The NBA Cup.
And I'm just going to be honest, I'm not so excited about it. Personally, it just doesn't move the needle for me. Maybe because I just watched Nuggets basketball. So like me getting excited about some random mid-season tournaments, just like not that exciting for me.
Okay, Zoomer.
And I also Also, I wish it had more they would never do this, but on the MLB how they used to have the All-Star game where the All-Star game meant something. I wish it meant something. Like I don't care about
my day.
Well, I just don't care about they get $500K. Like I know they care, but it's just not that exciting. But maybe I'm not a boomer.
I think they realize they got.
You sound like a Zoomer.
Yeah, I think they realize they got to do something in the middle of the season because keep the eyeballs because people pay attention after Christmas. It's like the running thing.
No, but it's like you guys. It gives November some value.
Yeah,
and I love how they targeted them. They do this. They're doing this little fun dance with NFL, which we all know is king in the United States. Like they're going on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yeah,
that's pretty non-football days.
Yeah,
and the smack dab
college footballs, but
high school's Fridays.
But that's true.
But that's really good. That's a nice little thing. And I've been pitching this for years. I still leaves them open that Final Four because all it is a single game. It's round robins in your schedule. You're gonna play those games anyway, and then you get elimination games, win and go home. And then you have the Final Four in a designated city, which I still think opens up Vegas this season, which is cool because they won't get a team because they get this, and a lot of the time, but they could do like an international thing too, where it's like you could go to they'll play the final four in London or Paris at the U2 or the Paris' arena, or they can go to Shanghai, or they can go, they can go to somewhere in South America or Africa, like Australia. They open up they get themselves a global reach, and they're doing like how he explained it and outlined it is like soccer's the number one. It ain't pickleball. It ain't basketball. Soccer is number one. Football is numero uno. Yeah. And it's like the basketball is number two though. So to do stuff like this is not unheard of in number one. So they're just making it a little bit different. I know it's a little. Here's my thing about it, because if you get to the championship, they'll play 83 games. Joel Embiid won MVP last year and played 50-some-odd games. He played like 57 games or something. So no one's playing 82 games anyway.
So he could have been an in-season tournament champion.
Oh, yeah. Embiid probably might run up a couple of them.
He loves being in-season tournament champion.
I'm saying, like, him and Karl Anthony Towns about to battle for that trophy.
He might have 6 of those. He might have 6 in-season tournament.
He's going to be like, well, Jordan had 6, but I had 7 NBA Cups, so, like, who's better?
So, Chris, you kind of outlined it, but so basically how the tournament works is you got three groups from the West and 3 groups from the East. The Nuggets are in Group B. They're in the group with the Clippers, Pelicans, Dallas, and the Rockets. Chris's dark horse, the Rockets, are going to be in our group. So the Nuggets then would have to, if they win that group, they go to this group of 8, and then it's like a single game elimination. So.
And then they have a semifinal and a final.
Then you get some random trophy that you'll probably just keep
in
the back.
It'll be displayed somewhere.
But also you get they give the President's Cup too. They started doing that like for the team with the best record.
In hockey.
No, they do that. That's what it's called in hockey, but they do that for the NBA now too.
Oh, you get it's called what is it called?
Milwaukee got it.
Oh, they got like a trophy?
Yeah, they get a trophy for that.
When did they give it out?
They started this year 75. Remember when they started giving like the Clutch Award, the Jerry West Award, and all this stuff? Yeah. They started doing the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson's, the Finals MVP. That wasn't a thing before last season. So they implemented all these things. Like that's good for the growth of the game. I'm actually pro NBA on this one. If they do the international, because I think the international piece that it opens the game globally, and it just gives credence to it, and it helps. This is just Nuggets, and I've probably said this maybe once on the pod, but the Nuggets are my number uno. They are up there. They're deified, right? But very much so, my second favorite NBA team is the Orlando Magic. This gives teams like Orlando Magic and the
Chris is really showing his card. He's an Orlando and a Houston fan this year.
No. I like Houston this season. I just always have liked the Magic. Going back to Shaq and Penny days, that was like some of my earliest memories of basketball. As a sport was that.
I agree with you.
Those teams, here's the thing is championship teams get better down the stretch. Like the Lakers, we just talked about them. They got good in February, March, April, May. And they're playing. I think they played.
They stalled out in the Western Conference Finals.
They got swept. They didn't stall out. They got swept. They did not stall out. They got swept. It never
gets old saying the Lakers got swept.
Yeah. Well, you want to say it?
Swept.
Okay. But it's good for those teams like Portland and other teams that are gonna come out hot. Or the Warriors that year they started 24-0. They would have smoked the cup.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean. Okay, I'm not against it, but I don't know what it does, what the value of it is, except for money made and yes. So we'll see. But we just need to mention it.
Since you're talking about international, I think yes, you're right. If they turn it into this game's played in Paris, that'd be kind of cool. I also think that would really be cool is next year if they do Seattle. I think Seattle would be really nice to have a game.
Yeah, see, that's a good idea, Kyle. Like you can start.
Yeah, we need to start in the domestics. Then you can say, did Vegas and then Seattle.
You do Vegas and Seattle.
Now would be smart to see what other.
Yeah, see what kind of works out. Really Vancouver. Do a Final Four in Vancouver. Like, that's actually kind of tight. If you could do that, that would be pretty interesting.
More incentive for it to be important. That's all I guess.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know how a Maui Invitational in NCAA. like who won any of those? Like no one really.
But the fact is that you said that is that it exists. It already is out here. This is a thing of basketball, and now the NBA is incorporating it. You know what I mean? Like. Are we going to bicker about November basketball games? No, now we're kind of like interested in it. It ends on December 9th.
Yeah.
So that means you still have a couple weeks before Christmas, and that we always say that's the official kickoff of the NBA season. Right. So now it just kind of made your first month and a half a little bit more interesting. And that's a benefit.
People didn't like the play-in.
And the play-in,
I still something interesting.
It's interesting. I think I'm a Nuggets fan, and like we always try to steer clear of the play-in.
Yeah.
But like if you're in it, like if you're a good enough 10 and you think you can make it to be an 8 or a 7, and hell, maybe you see 8s and 7s get to the Eastern Conference and finals. So
well, the Nuggets play tonight. I wish actually who did the Nuggets play? Do you guys know who they play tonight?
Nah,
they play again
it's
tonight,
summer
night,
league,
7:30 game.
It's a game. Like summer league.
We'll see
it's
our
scrimmage.
rookies play. Yeah, we'll see our rookies play, and we'll. I'm excited to see. I want to see Hunter Tyson do it again because if he really plays like that more, I'm excited for him.
They play the Hawks.
Julian, I'm excited for. So I'm excited for these players to continue to get some reps. Mm-hmm. They play the Hawks, so it's good to be back on the mic, talk a little Nuggets basketball.
It is real fun.
Nice and fun. And from the Just Nuggets podcast, we have Just Janet. We have Christoph Yalich.
Have a good one.
I'm your podcast's favorite point guard, Kate Kali. It's been a pleasure.
Happy
summer.
Go Nuggets.
Go Nuggets.